What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more acid-techno, and we're back with another tune from acid-techno guru, Bad Boy Pete. And I use that descriptive term not only because I love his music a great deal, but also because I think he has a really awesome perception on life and making music and a number of other subjects, so shout out to Pete. We're going to listen to a tune he did for the epic and legendary label, System Rejects, a very limited vinyl label, been around about a decade. Everyone is worth owning. I'm lucky enough to own everyone. And indeed, we're going to listen to his tune called Atari Techno Riot. I remember thinking when I first heard this that it might be like a Prodigy like sample or homage, but again, I don't know Prodigy's catalog as well as a lot of other people. No disrespect meant. I totally respect their place in music history, and RIP to the member who died. It was sometime in the last couple of years, I think. But again, I don't know if that's where the sample is from and if that's what the title is sort of paying homage to, but someone let me know, and Pete, if you end up seeing this, feel free to shout it out. But yeah, big ups to System Rejects, Austin, Ollie, and Jamie. Huge fan of the label. I really do love this record. And again, Pete's tunes, I mean, they just have a style all their own. They have a power and intensity all their own. I've often referred to his tunes as like warehouse rocking, and this is another one that fits that mold. Though I do have to say, it has a notable sort of divide sonically, at least as I remember it. I haven't listened to it in, I don't know, I'd say a couple months. Remember like a month or two ago I posted a mix of his. I forget the name of it as I sit here, but it's on my YouTube here somewhere. But I posted a mix where like 7 of the 13 tunes were from Pete. I know this tune was in there, but again, that was a couple months ago when I posted it, and when I recorded that, I think it was a couple years ago. So it's not a tune I like have fresh in my brain, but as far as I remember it, the acid it holds it back until the second half of the tune. It's like the first half of the tune is really just kind of a warehouse rocking, like floor stomping sort of techno rumbler. And then about halfway through, I think there's like a cool breakdown. I'm trying to remember, there's like has a real kind of characteristic flair. And then after the breakdown, the acid just barrels, like it breaks the dam and it just comes into the track and fuses like every inch of space in the rest of the tune. So yeah, look out for that sort of divide of the track from techno to acid techno. But here we go, Atari Techno Riot by Bad Boy Pete. I believe this is from 2016, but I shall check in a moment. Whoa, easy there. Yep, January of 2016 is when this came out. So presumably the tune itself is from 2015. Hear that placeholder kick, like, and now we even twist that inside out, just so that we can, for contrast, come in with that hammer. So what's that sample from? Is that Prodigy? There's a song by Log One and Rag where they sample Omen by Prodigy. I don't think it's Prodigy. I don't know what it is. Because that line, I'm gonna fuck you up, that doesn't sound like Prodigy. That sounds like a hip-hop sample. Maybe Prodigy. Really smashing kind of percussion. Kick drum like a torpedo, pounding against the hull of your brain. That smashing cymbal or whatever it is really adds a lot. Now, like, demented, like, bubbling liquid in science beaker sort of sound. Maybe an old school modem malfunctioning. Oh. Like grinding, kind of sliding backward electric synth. insane. Growling low end coming in. Oh, isn't it like Atari Teenage Riot? Isn't that a group? And this is maybe like a bit of a like having fun at the expense of taking the piss, perhaps? I think that's what it's got to be. But it goes to show, like, a lot of, you know, music you hear on the radio, I don't know anything about it. Which isn't it, it's not an insult, but I just don't really pay attention. Oh, by the way, the acid broke the dam and it is tumbling into the tune. Like, system is on red alert. Feel the tension rising. Ah. And that like grinding kind of like backward synth is still there. There's still like little bits doing work. Doing bits maybe? And then now the acid's like, yo, the full jackhammer just got turned on, be ready. I mentioned it before, some of this acid work has like this needling quality, like you could just go right through steel. This is very much in that vein. Oh, the like demented beaker liquid sound. Smashing cymbals. It's just all like coming together in this like delightful cacophony of techno wizardry. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I like it is what I'm saying. Love that. I like that it was like a sneaky little quasi-breakdown. It sort of breaks it down, energy comes down for a second, little flash of the sample, boom, we're back like charging down the road. The faking, like no, it's no refuge, no calm. Just an acid laser, like through gray matter, through the speakers, through the floor, through the walls of the party. Anything in like a 5-mile radius, instantly electrified. Little acid ride out, anyone? Wow. It's like back to that initial red alert level. Like, I mean, even the second half of the tune is bookended. The way the acid comes in and it ramps up and it ramps up and then it sort of ramps back down right before it ends. It's brilliant. Again, shout out to Pete. I mean, honestly, he doesn't make a tune that I'm not a big fan of. It's like, yeah, I know Pete. I'm a big fan of him personally, but it's really not about that when I say that I'm a big fan of his tunes. It's just the way he integrates like syncopated percussion and like finds the right moments for samples, his thunderous kick drums, and then again when he decides to load up those acid cannons, they fire in a way that few acid cannons do. So yeah, big ups to him. Really love this tune. It's a great vinyl. There's a tune by the Stallion Maids, which I believe is just 2 of the rejects. That's a fantastic tune. What else is on here? I'm blanking because sometimes I conflate 2 different rejects records. Oh yeah, there's a Tacit Redmond tune. Admittedly, not my favorite by Jamie. That's no disrespect to either of the producers, but you know, some tunes hit your brain a little better than others. I don't think it's a bad tune by any means, and don't overlook it on my account. But maybe not my favorite from him. Obi-Wan, Ollie has a tune called The Program. That is an absolutely rip-roaring techno tune, so we'll come back for that one another time for sure. But again, big ups to Pete. Love this track. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's another tune from any of the System rejects that you'd like to hear reacted to. As I said, I am lucky enough to have a copy of every one of them. I've reacted to a few. You know, I reacted to Sexual Advance, which I think is a lot of people's like favorite track from the entire run of the label. I've reacted to Factory Grade by Ollie. Really enjoyed doing that, and I actually talked to him after, and he was saying, man, that was cool because it sort of, you know, reminded me about one of my favorite tunes from years past that I hadn't thought about in a while. So big ups to Ollie, and like I said, just let me know if there's another tune from the Rejects label you'd like to hear reacted to, or another tune by Pete. Always happy to react to a Pete tune. Other than that, thank you for listening and watching. I do appreciate it. Have a good day, have a good night. I'll see you next time. Peace.